So I wasn't planning on making a video on this game, so I didn't record any gameplay, but let's do a short video on the Origami King. So I've always had a passing interest in the Paper Mario series. I played the one on the N64, I played most of the one on the Wii. I wasn't interested in the card-based mechanics, so I avoided the 3DS and Wii U versions, and I have sadly committed what the fanbase considers to be the cardinal sin, having never played the Thousand Year Door. Not yet at least, follow on Twitch, I'll do it after KOTOR probably. So going into the newest Paper Mario game, I wasn't quite sure what to expect. The reveal video, which I've probably borrowed quite a lot of footage from for this video, is a pretty good display of the game, showing off the new combat system and parts of the story. Since I'm assuming those watching this know the basic building blocks of Mario games, that is, Mario save Princess by exploring multiple themed worlds, I'll just say that the game doesn't use Bowser as a villain and has some interesting divergences from the usual formula, from a ninja theme park to a ritzy hotel in the middle of the desert. One of the parts of this game that was highlighted in its first reveal was the supposed return of the companions from previous games, which I was definitely keen for. But then it turned out the companions were more of a narrative tool than a gameplay one, outside of random help in battles and Shovel Toad.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can!
And you know what? I kind of like that. I think each companion did add to the story and it really helped each world feel different. The fact that each world was a little bit of a twist on what you'd expect is pretty cool, and some of the stuff near the end with Bowser I really enjoyed. I also enjoyed the origami style of the villains. The intro to the game is very creepy, and there's a certain unnerving quality to the origami versions of enemies. What is a bit bizarre is that a number of the major bosses are inspired by stationery, which seems a bit out of the origami theme, and I don't think the story ever bothers to explain it, even though it makes sure to very clearly explain the origins of the origami itself. For the most part I enjoyed the stationary fights, but I'll touch more on those in a bit. The battle system is more like a puzzle game than it is a traditional RPG. For your regular enemy encounters, it works using a grid with 4 concentric circles, with Mario in the middle. The aim is then to either line them up as 4 in a row for a jump attack, or 2x2 square for a hammer strike. This works surprisingly well, and for the most part there's a good amount of variety in the puzzles, although some repetition for encounters within the same area. If you're stuck, you can either use coins to buy more time, or to bribe the toad you've rescued to help you. For boss battles, the boss is now the one in the middle, and you need to arrange Mario a route to reach them, with different spaces having different attributes. Again, this mixed things up nicely, and for the most part it worked well, although some bosses felt like a rinse and repeat once you'd solved their particular challenge. They were almost all fun to attack by trial and error to work out. At times, this game felt like it was challenging more Zelda vibes than Mario, in particular a section which was reminiscent of the Wind Waker, and the fact that there are quite a few dungeons full of puzzles throughout the game. I really dug this, and I think it helped the flow of the game, even if I found some of the early sections dragged out with just a little bit too much for my taste. Just a side note whilst I'm editing this, but the soundtrack is also really good, so that's another point in its favour. To be honest, I think that's all I wanted to say on the game. Hopefully this has given people a good overview of what I thought of it, but to finish, here's just some random gripes and observations. I like Luigi's role in this, reminded me of early Paper Mario stuff, but I'd have liked to have him as a companion for part of the story like he is in Super Paper Mario. There's several points in the game where a quick time event just kills you if you don't do it in time. One of these is in the final battle. These suck every time, even if most of them are easy to avoid. Don't do this. Weapons break after a certain number of uses, but the game showers you with items and coins so much that it never really bothered me. The game world felt nice and connected, even if it was pretty convenient that on the route to each streamer you could see the next streamer, and therefore that's where you're going to go next. I didn't go for 100% completion, and I'm kind of glad I didn't. 100% completion requires hitting every question mark block in the game, which seems a bit excessive considering some of them are invisible. I enjoyed rescuing toads though. It felt like hunting for gold sculptures, and I liked that they joined the audience for fights. Made it feel worthwhile to find them. So I guess overall let's say 7.5 out of 10. If you're looking for a creative RPG with tight writing and some fun ideas, you could do far worse. Dare I say I had more fun with this than Super Paper Mario. Anyway, See you next time! Hey, thanks for watching. I've been Phill from the Holoprojectors. Thanks to Luke for lending me this game so I could play it through. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a like. Let me know what you thought of the game in the comments, as I know there's a lot of different opinions about this game out there. Anyway, thanks again. I'll see you next time. Bye.